All right, welcome to the first lecture of ENGT 150 Machining Fundamentals. This class is a two-credit class designed to give students a basic understanding into the machine tool trades and more specifically what it would be like to actually become a professional machinist or a journey person. Now, not only is this class related to machinists, and the job roles that a machinist would have, but it also plays an important part in, of course, engineers, mechanical engineers, as well as industrial engineers. Your quality control people that would be measuring and certifying and making sure that tools and equipment are there. Even maintenance people sometimes need some basic machining skills. And those machining skills incorporate both manual and CNC machining. In this particular class, we're going to concentrate predominantly on the manual machining aspects and machining theory. But of course, all of the machining theory that you would learn in this class also relates to anything in terms of CNC as well. So let's go ahead and get started here with this particular lecture. So, of course, when we talk about machining or manufacturing as a whole, there is a professionalism that needs to be kind of held and maintained. I am very proud of my tool and die background and what I've done, what I've had to learn, and the skills that I've developed. Not only is your knowledge base going to be vast and inclusive, but it's also got a lot of hands-on practical application skills here that we need to know as well. So as we kind of go through this, if we talk about becoming a Top Gun professional machinist, these are things that all machinists have to be able to know and be able to do, what we call these skill sets. All right, now there's some other skills there involved. So of course there's the hard skills that we need to know and be able to do, but there's also some soft skills as well. So understand that machine shops are precision quality environments, and sometimes these rules that are kind of go along with them may or may not be posted. For an example, one of the general rules of a machinist is that you remove any burr that you put on a part. Now, oftentimes that's done as a courtesy to help and keep other people from cutting their hands. But that would be a general rule that's not posted, and of course considered professional and considered good etiquette to remove the burrs that you put on a part. But nobody's specifically going to necessarily come up and talk to you about that or say it. Now, so be aware that sometimes these rules might be implied. Other times you might need to dig deeper into making sure that you understand what is going on and what the expectations are of you out there in the workplace. All right, so we're going to call this quality of this soft skill professionalism, and it's going to maintain, of course, your professional ideas, your attitude, and of course, your work ethic. Now, you can, of course, read through the chapter to get through a lot more of this. I'm going to kind of be pulling a lot of stuff in as we go through over the course of the semester and talking about it both while we're in lecture and in the lab actually doing work. To make sure that you understand what this professionalism really means and should be a part of your daily work. So in the chapter, and we'll go more deep into some of these topics this semester. Of course, you are already very well familiar of your personal protection that you need to have, and that is expected in every place. So we'll talk a little bit about material handling. Of course, you'll go more in depth in other classes. We do have a specific class that is all regarded to lifting devices and cranes and rigging, but for this class, material handling predominantly comes to storage of our metals, lifting of bar stock, lifting of pieces, the correct way to lift tools or work holding devices. So, and we will go through all of those material handling aspects in the course of the class as well. So we do need to also be aware of all of the shop supplies in there. So we'll also talk about the coolants and lubricants, how we use, handle, and dispose of those shop chemicals, and of course the SDSs, the safety data sheets that are part of daily life in a manufacturing environment. So we'll talk a little bit about how to maintain this machinery. You will be expected to clean up after yourself and perform daily end of day tasks and routines to make sure that the machinery is well maintained throughout the course of the semester. And of course, part of your grade will be dependent on that. We'll talk a little bit about lean and green manufacturing, the 5S process, some of the ISO guidelines that would be part of a manufacturing environment, especially if they are an ISO certified company. And then, of course, the fire safety aspects that would be a part of any type of manufacturing environment there as well. So, one of the things that I want to make you aware of is in terms of your eye protection. Now, there are different types of eye protection that you need to be aware of. And for us in the machine tool industry, the eye protection that helps us is what they refer to as a Z87 ANSI approved. So, and you can take a look. There are different ratings to eyeglasses and safety glasses. So, in our lab, this mentions, of course, clear or yellow tinted lenses. Of course, you can get dark tinted lenses as well. Typically, if you're in the construction industry and you work outside a lot, you might have dark tinted lenses that you use outside when the sun is. I will make a point here, in our labs and the inside, you are only allowed to use clear safety glasses, so that will be all that we're using in this class. Jewelry is out, and so are hoodies. Anything that has long dangling things that could be caught, make sure that it is not around, because of course any type of rotating spindle can grab hold of that and pull it in, and we need to be aware of that. So no jewelry, no long hair. Your long hair would have to be tied up, and of course any type of long loose clothing like hoodies would need to be removed, and especially the draw ties on those hoodies that could get caught up into the rotating machinery. So, and this is pretty common practice. In addition, closed-toed shoes or boots, and of course, in terms of our pants, they do need to be pulled up, so they can't be kind of hanging down, because that's going to present a slip, trip, and fall hazard. So we need to make sure that our dress is professional as well. So we need good quality work shoes, as I mentioned. So they, in our lab, they don't have to be steel-toed, but understand that most machine shops do require steel-toed shoes. They do need to be closed-toed. So make sure that you're wearing natural fiber, well-fitting clothing. So we're not really going for a fashion statement here. So we just want to make sure that the clothes that we wear protects us. Natural fibers tend to be a little bit better. Some types of synthetic materials, if you catch a hot metal chip, that can kind of burn and stick to your skin, so you want to be aware of it. I will wear a apron a lot of times in using the machines. So shop aprons or shop coats are allowed, so long as, again, they don't have any loose ties or hanging pockets up them. Again, we want to make sure nothing is dangling or loose in that. So if you take a look here, so here's some of the things that you might want to look at and take a look. We're going to kind of review this as far as what you think the most professional look here is, and which one of these employees do you think gives the most professional, gives off the most professional look in the way they are dressed and ready to perform on the job. All right, so as you think about this, I'm going to end on this note for this first place. So do you feel that the way you dress shows professionalism? So stop and think. We will kind of discuss this. So what are your opinions? And do you think that the way you dress and show that professionalism, is that going to impact or have any role on how well you do on the job, whether you can perform the skills and the duties or no. Will that lead to potential advancement and allow you to kind of move up and progress and get better pay, better position, or maybe even move into management or some other aspects of the organization as well. So I'm going to end on that and let you think about that, and we'll discuss it in class.